Welcome back. Today we're excited to begin a new weekly business segment on Africa 54. And joining us from New York City's business correspondent Alexis Christoforous. Alexis, welcome to Africa 54.
Thanks so much, Vincent. I'm happy to be on the program. We're going to begin today with Greece. Financial unrest there continues to unsettle world markets. Investors fear that a last-ditch deal for Greece will not be agreed before Thursday's key Eurogroup meeting. If Greece defaults on its debt at the end of this month, it could leave the Eurozone, potentially kicking off a recession in Europe. But that is not getting oil prices down. Crude is on track to post its first gain in 4 sessions. Traders are betting that new figures out this week will show another weekly drop in U.S. crude supplies. Despite the significant drop in oil drilling rigs since last year, U.S. output has remained stable at 9.6 million barrels a day. And Liberia's president is confident about her country's economic growth post the Ebola outbreak. During a broadcast interview, President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf projected Liberia's economy will grow 6 to 7% in the next 2 years because of that country's rich resources such as mining and gold. Now, the World Bank has a less robust forecast, Vincent, putting Liberia's growth at between 1 to 3% over the next 2 years. Back to you.
Well, now from West Africa, about take us to East Africa. There's such a massive power project in Kenya. Tell us about it.
Yes, this could be potentially exciting news. Google is in talks to invest in the largest wind power project in Africa. The internet search giant wants to back Kenya's Lake Turkana wind power project. Now, this is a massive undertaking. It will require more than $700 million. And the project would raise Kenya's energy capacity by 20% in a country where less than a quarter of the population has access to power. And of course, Google's investment could also be a big confidence builder for investors considering entering the African power market. And before we wrap up our business today, I have to share with you the big business story here in the U.S. Vincent, billionaire real estate mogul Donald Trump has announced his official candidacy for the president of the United States in 2016. Now, if elected, 69-year-old Donald Trump promises to bring jobs back to America, to build up the U.S. military, and to take care of the country's veterans.
You know,
Vincent?
Alexis, it's not the first time we're hearing about Donald Trump running. How serious are people taking this announcement?
You're right. It's not the first time we've heard of this, but that's still yet to be seen how seriously they take him. You know, as you know, he has flirted with the idea of running for the presidency for the past 2 decades, but never officially threw in his hat in the ring until today. Now, Trump will unquestionably face an uphill climb if he hopes to gain any real traction in what is a crowded field of presidential hopefuls. But you know what? There is one thing he does bring to the campaign. It's confidence. Donald Trump told a crowd of reporters today that he is the most successful person to ever run for the presidency by far. Those are his words. And he declared he would make the United States great again.
All right. A lot of drama ahead of us. Alexis, thank you once again and welcome to Africa 54.
See you next week. Thank you.
All right. Well, business correspondent Alexis Christoforous in New York.